Welcome back to another episode of the Where's Home podcast hosted by Chandler Danzler. You can listen on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and watch on YouTube. Today we have 2025 left-handed pitcher, University of Nebraska Commit, Cal Cooper. We're pumped to have you on the show. How are you doing today?
I'm doing great. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, man, no problem. Before we start, kind of digging into travel ball, high school, and the recruiting process, I like to ask this question here first. Who is Cal Cooper, and how would you introduce yourself?
Um, you know, as an athlete, just a hardworking, love to get that work in the weight room. Personally, been trying to, gain weight, just to increase velocity in my performance and just, keep on that grind because you never know, like you could get to college and not putting in the work, even though you're on a scholarship and
Yeah,
somebody could take your spot.
for sure. All right. Can you kind of take us through that travel ball career? Take us through how you started playing for 2025 Nebraska Prospect Scout and just tell us who you played for before them. Just kind of take us through that whole entire travel ball experience.
So it started off with my freshman year. I started doing pitching lessons with Alex Hale as like a 5'8", 120-pound kid. Started going to him to try to increase my velocity,
Hmm.
and he took a chance on me going to Arizona tournament that fall, the MLK tournament. And that's where he offered me to play for the 2025 scout team after having a good performance. And
Nice.
through freshman to last summer, I would just like kept on gaining weight, increasing my velocity, which helped me put myself out there as a left-handed pitcher and as like a athlete.
That's great. All right. Can you kind of talk about the summer with the Nebraska Prospects as far as your performance and the team's performance?
Yeah, so freshman year we had like a team, like an underdog team. Most people would say not many people knew about us, and first tournament of the year beat Artillery, which was a top five team in the nation, beat
Yeah,
Team Elite, who was a top 20 team in the nation, and just very underrated team and kind of put ourselves out there on the map for a team to look out for. And then last year, still had a good year. I pitched to the best of it as I could,
yeah,
trying to help the team win as much as we could. And, it was still a good year.
yeah. Sweet. Um, Most of you guys are from the same area, so kind of familiar with each other. Did you have any favorite memories with those group of guys on the field and off the field?
I would say probably the week-long tournament in Atlanta freshman year. Just, we had a bunch of game delays, which allowed like team bonding
Hmm.
and, just we all like got along with each other right away. First day of practice from that summer, just all
That's
great
awesome.
group of guys.
Yeah, that's great. All right. What are some things you have been working on this fall to kind of get ready for your upcoming spring season?
Like I said earlier, just like maintaining weight, trying to gain that weight and strength and working on my mechanics, trying to improve myself as much as I can, working on
Hmm.
that velocity and location.
That's great. All right. Back in July, I saw you pitch a complete game in the semifinals. 5 hits, 7 Ks, 0 walks. Can you talk about that game, the success you had throwing all three pitches as strikes?
Just coming in that game, arm felt great, bullpen changeup was working really well, and just arm felt the best it's ever felt. And just knew the team, kind of like how their approach was. So I just had to like locate well and mix in the pitches that I could just to try to attack as much as I could.
Hmm. All right, let's dig into high school here now. You play for Elkhorn South High School in Omaha, Nebraska. Last year in your sophomore season, you threw 25.1 innings, 38 Ks, 11 walks, and 7 earned runs. Can you talk a bit about last season, the success you had?
Yeah, so we had a great team. I think it was six Division I commits we had. We had Tennessee, Kentucky, Northwestern, and just a great overall group of guys. And with the success, it was just like we were a great, well-rounded, bonded team, and we
Hmm.
all like understood our strengths, what we needed to work on, which really helped. And with me having like as a sophomore being on a senior team full of 14 seniors, it can be
Yeah,
a little nerve-wracking for some
for sure.
sophomores. And they just helped me, keep on the grind, kept me positive, and just helped me be the best player I could.
That's great. All right, in high school, there's many memories to make as like road trips and everything. Did you have any favorite memories in the season?
My favorite memory was probably state. against Bellevue West High School. First game pitching in state at University of Omaha's field. They're very
Mm-hmm.
nice field. And coming in relieving that game against the Bellevue West has like another Nebraska commit, Drew Grego, great player, and Nick Riggs, UNO left-handed pitcher. It was
Yeah,
just a great battle, heated game, and couldn't miss a spot. Just arm felt great.
that's great. All right. What are some of your favorite things about the high school season?
Um, I would say probably that's tough. I would say probably just like the places we go to play at. Like there's some
Mm-hmm.
great fields, like Warner
Yeah,
Park, play at State, UNO. Used to do it at Nebraska, but not anymore. Just the
gotcha.
fields and the teams we play against. Some of the other guys you play against, like Jay Siola, other Nebraska commit, like
Mm-hmm.
schools like Lincoln East, like Jeter Wordley, and those other guys. It's just playing against each other and competing for the best.
That's great. All right. Last season, you guys ended 27-9. What is kind of the main goal for you guys this upcoming spring?
Just putting ourselves out there, like even though we had all those great players on the team, showing that we're still a great team to look out for. Like even though we had all those commits, this year we're still putting on that grind and haven't changed our mindset of our goal of winning state.
Mm-hmm. For sure. All right. What is your main individual goal this upcoming spring in your junior season?
Uh, I would say, keep a lower ERA. I mean, only 7 earned runs last year, still
Yeah,
good.
that's
Just,
great.
want to keep it lower and goal by the end of the spring is to hit like 91, maybe 92 if I can.
For sure. That would be awesome. All right. This is kind of a tough question here. I want to ask you, how do you compare the difference of high school and travel ball, and which one would you prefer more?
I would say high school ball definitely still has, some great talent. Like there's certain players, but travel ball, I would say it's a different level just because you have a team like Canes National, like last summer I pitched against them, where every player on that team is committed to a big school like
Yeah,
Ole Miss or NC State or Vanderbilt. And, it's just a different type of energy level, I would
for
say.
sure.
You, I mean, those guys, you miss a pitch, they'll take you yard or,
Definitely.
yeah.
All right, let's kind of talk about what happened last year. On January 26th of 2023, you committed to the University of Nebraska. Can you talk about the decision and tell us when colleges kind of started reaching out to you?
So freshman fall, I attended a prospects camp at Elkhorn High, and Nebraska was there. It was a Nebraska camp, and I PR'd there at 85 miles an hour throwing live bullpens.
Nice.
And, the Raleigh Kenny, the one of the head prospects guys, really helped me get out there in front of Nebraska, and told them that they'd like to see me in that January 26th camp. And he just, helped me like get noticed by the other scouts like
Hmm.
Minnesota and Creighton, some of the closer places. He really did a great job with getting me out there.
That's great. All right, after you committed to Nebraska, what did that mean to you and your family?
I mean, it was everything. I mean, when they say there's no place like Nebraska, it's true. Their fan base, everybody shows out there. There's always that good energy. And so yeah, my dad went to Lincoln, my sister went to Lincoln, my mom went to Lincoln. So it's just like a great place. It's a great atmosphere, great campus, and their coaching staff there. They just got a new pitching coach, Childress.
That's
He's
great,
really turning around their pitching and looks like they're
for
gonna have
sure.
a fun year this year.
Yeah, definitely. All right, as you're kind of comparing schools, what were some things you're looking for talking to those colleges?
I was looking for like more of a comfortable like feeling, like not just like talking to them just to talk about baseball. Like I
Yeah.
really got along. Like it's easy to talk to the Nebraska coaches. I can talk to them whenever without it feeling awkward or
Hmm.
anything. And it's just that comfortable feeling when you can have a one-on-one conversation with the coach.
Definitely. All right. What advice would you give other people kind of get into that recruiting process right now?
I would just say it's not an easy process. It definitely doesn't it's not quick. It's not like you can just work out for 2 weeks and you can stop and just be fine with that. it took me a year to gain my velo, put on weight, and it's just the work ethic. You have to keep that grind on.
Definitely for sure. Let's kind of get into training here. You train at Chips Performance. Can you talk about Chips and the atmosphere Alex Hill has kind of created there?
Yeah, Alex has done a great job with the facility. I mean, I'm almost up there every single day. It's just all the local guys go there. Some college guys that come back on break go there, and we have live ABs going. It's a great atmosphere, and we have a trainer there. He's doing a great job with helping us keep our weight, gaining weight, and just pushing ourselves to like be the best we can.
Yeah, for sure. All right. What does training kind of look like for you in season and off season, as in like how many times a week?
Off season, it's usually I have strength and conditioning on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. I'm usually up there. And then Tuesday and Thursday, I do speed training just to, stay athletic, not just stay a pitcher, also be able
Yeah,
to like increase my speed, which might help with like velocity. And then Saturdays for Elkhorn South, we have our morning hitting and pitching groups that we'll do.
gotcha. That's awesome. What kind of motivates you to go to the gym every day and get that extra work in at the field?
Just like knowing that there's always somebody out there that could be working on the day that you're not, and that could maybe take a spot, or just knowing like somebody could be putting in more work than you and just grinding it out harder. It's always just
Yeah,
like you gotta have that mindset of just there's always somebody that could be better.
yeah. All right, let's get into the quick questions here. What do you think Cal's life looks like in 4 to 5 years from now?
Uh, I would say hopefully to be a starting pitcher at Nebraska by my junior, senior year. Just, trying to work with the other commits, like Jay Siola, Drew Grego, Noah Gardner, and like Brody Gendra, all great guys. Hopefully maybe make it to the regionals, and hopefully goals to CWS. That'd be
Yeah,
great.
for
And
sure.
I mean, everybody's dreams to go to the draft, so that would be a great goal of mine one day.
Yeah. All right, if you could pick one brand deal to collab with, what brand would it be?
Uh, I would probably say Rawlings. I mean, they have some great gloves, like the Pro Preferred or the Heart of the Hide. Just customizing some gloves. It's always a
Yeah,
fun thing to do.
for sure. All right, who is your pregame artist or song before a game?
I would say Drake. Drake always
Drake.
gets me going, gets me in that mindset.
Yeah,
Just it like he has some of the songs that just like keep you calm and
for
mentally
sure.
focused, and then he has some good hits that get you pumped up before the big game.
Definitely. All right, we got a couple more questions here. What do you do in your free times outside of sports when you're not doing anything?
I'm always hanging with my friends, the local friends, like Eamon O'Gorman. He's a Creighton commit. It always just like the local guys you see at like Chips Performance. We always just get together, hang out. I'll go
Yeah,
watch basketball games at Elkhorn South, maybe some Husker basketball games.
nice.
And it's always just eating, eating, and eating. It's just,
Yeah,
and I have to do to be able to attain like my goal.
for sure. All right, if you could give advice to any young baseball player, what would you say to them?
I would just say, just keep working. I mean, it's a great sport. My it's best sport ever out there, in my opinion. You
Yeah,
know, and if you want to be great, it's gonna take time, but it's it's such a fun sport.
for sure. All right, thank you, Cal, for coming on the podcast, and good luck with the upcoming junior season.
Thank you.
Yeah.